Yo, what's up, boys, and welcome back. Escanor Port 2, and actually, I'm bringing Meli because I haven't tried him yet since he got his Relic. He's an OG for Nidhoggr, so I thought, why not? He fits in here pretty well, and now that we actually don't need a taunting unit, I have like one extra space, which is very nice because, as y'all know, Liz becomes like the taunting unit for pretty much most of these fights for me. Like, she's on triple defense with recovery rate gear, as like she's been for like how long. In all honesty, I have not farmed Nidhoggr in probably some months. After like I got my last few relics, I've not been playing it. Since Nidhoggr came out, I've not touched Nid a lot. I'm not sure on how well Meli's Relic would perform in here, but I'm hoping it's good because it's giving him some attack and it gives us a place to like get additional cleansing, which it in itself is pretty nice, I guess. I wish like his Relic would actually give like full debuff immunity instead of just cleansing one debuff. That'd been way better, but we gotta use what we get, right? So hopefully it turns out pretty well. Like, Escanor is the only one in the team that actually is just for DPS. Everyone else actually has like a support and like aspect to them in this team except Escanor. Escanor is just like, hopefully he just pops off in like floor 3 and his single targets actually just do crazy amounts of damage. That's what I'm hoping for. And I don't really need to worry too much about damage because without the goddess team, Freya is not going to be doing that much amount of damage. We're not really able to stack a ton of buffs for her, so I don't see her like popping off to like millions of damage as she normally does when you're running a goddess team. But yeah, this team has a good amount of like stance removal, so it should not really hold me back. With Freya removing stance and Meli removing stance, we should have like enough stance removal, and with Liz we should be pretty set to get the clear. I'm not sure on how fast we would get it done, but we should get this done in a reasonable time, hopefully. Yes, my Meli is still not 6-6. It's like been like an entire problem getting like dupes for my festivals. Like, I still need so many dudes for so many festivals, it's not even funny. But yeah, floor 1's done already. Very fast floor 1, actually. Like, floor 1 for like most demonic beasts, you do go through very fast regardless. And plus, like, with the damage caps and ending, you can't really like test for damage for most of these. And phase 1, I'm not gonna lie to you, if I could actually kill the phase 1s in one turn, that would be amazing, but I actually just can't. We just come out way too short, I'm pretty sure, because you need to actually use a Liz card in this one. So even without using a Liz card, I'm pretty sure we still wouldn't be able to get it. Kind of unfortunate, but actually being able to survive pretty well is very nice, because Meli does give you like the gray stacks. The 5 gray stacks do help in this. They definitely will be helping quite a bit in this. And all you really need is just what, 2 single targets per turn. That's pretty easy to proc, very fast. As long as Meli's buffs does not keep like getting removed, his damage is very solid. Actually, he is like ramping up very fast, and his level 1s actually do major damage in here. It's kind of nuts. In some places, I think he actually does more than Escanor. Once he's fully buffed up, I'm pretty sure he would be like the best DPS on the team. Just for the fact Escanor doesn't really have anyone like giving him like more damage. Meli kind of ramps himself up. Escanor is not really doing that much for himself. Unlike normal buffs, maybe if I have like Liz's ult up, I could probably push like for major damage, but I don't think Meli needs it as much to like actually dish out very good damage. Like, Escanor can do reasonable damage, but the only thing is like coming down more into the endings, I feel like I might run into some problems when I need him to come clutch with his damage. I'm just hoping Escanor's damage actually like keeps a certain pace, so it doesn't like actually like lower his damage the further we go into stages. That's what I'm hoping for. Because for the most part, that's how it is normally. Like, Escanor starts really well, pushing out huge damage, and then as you go further into the stages and the floors, like his damage just drops slightly, and especially like when you don't have units to really buff or like complement what he actually does. How should I say it? It kind of suffers. Because especially for his ult, it doesn't really do that much damage in here as well, which is kind of stupid. It's Escanor. It should absolutely nuke, but it just does not. But then you gotta remember also, this team doesn't have like the 20% card set where like everyone's the same race, so that is something as well. We're not getting like the good damage card set, and we don't have like a lot of buffing units for Escanor to let Escanor shine. He's just part of a team that he's just adding some damage to a team that's pretty much like a running machine. But yeah, one thing I'm pretty sure like could stop this team is Liz RNG or Liz cards in general, just to cycle properly and have good HP while going through. You just need a good amount of Liz cards coming in. Now, floor 3. Phase 1 is not really much of a problem anymore. Since they made the change, it's very easy to get to phase 2. Like, you can do this instantly as long as you get like a merge. And this team has Pierce cards, so like it counts for a little more. So it's very, very easy to actually go through to phase 2. So I just get the bar down instantly and I go through. The fastest. Than having to wait for like 3 ultimates, all that jazz. It's a waste of time. So I just get through as fast as possible because I don't want to waste time, right? It's already going to be a longer run. I know it is. I know it is because the damage we need to do on the last floor, I'm not even sure yet if I'm able to like actually accomplish it. And you see here, Meli is doing damage pretty much through those stances, which is very, very nice to see. Like, normally most units will hit here and you don't get any damage. Like, they're gonna be hitting for like half a bar if you're lucky, which is kind of ridiculous, but that's just how RNG is. I opted for Escanor here, thinking like I would be getting a good amount of damage in. He does 83 plus the extra 124, and it's like, bro, because I was expecting way more damage because I see Meli's putting in and he's getting good numbers. So I'm thinking maybe like this Escanor, like Escanor would be more, right? That's what I was thinking, but that's definitely not the case. So right now, I'm just trying to make sure my Freya lives, because if she dies, it's just over. So I just have to fully heal. For phase 2, if I play it really well, I can get through really fast. And I was like, you know what? Why should I wait for another rotation to pass me by? If I'm going to get this opportunity now, I might as well take it. I offer Meli, because I know Meli can do damage. And honestly, I wasted one of his cards here because I just went for it. I could have like healed a little more for Freya before going through, but it is what it is. I still get past that phase 2 very, very easily. I thought currently like the floor 3 would be way more problems, honestly, because having to go through phase 1 and phase 2 quickly, I thought it would be like a bit more troublesome, especially for the damage on phase 2. I thought we'd be having to like chip down there for like 5 minutes or something, like crazy amount of turns. But Meli actually shot through that. Escanor, his damage is not insane, but it is very decent. It's very good. It's not to the point it's cracked that it's mind broken DPS, but it is very good DPS if you're still needing a DPS unit, you know. But more than likely, you're not going to be using this team. If you don't have Goddess team built by now, and you don't have Nid Relics, you should know Goddess team is the best team, and it is the safest, strongest, toughest team there is. And that team is just SSS tier. As this team would probably be like just a normal S tier team or A tier team. Like right here, I don't know why, but I expected like a little more damage out of like Frez and Escanor cards, and my god was I wrong. I reset that entire thing, by the way. I reset right there. I hit for like 50% of his HP bar with an Escanor ult, Escanor hit, and 2 Freya cards. That was crazy. I'm like, there's no way. I don't know why, but I felt like her cards were just not hitting. Freya did like absolutely nothing. Her cards did literally no damage. I understand like she doesn't have her team to really buff and mesh with her, but even without a Liz buff, it's crazy how low the damage actually is. Like, I'm buffed here with Liz. I do like literally nothing. When you have her in a buff team, that's literally a million hit. Luckily, Escanor comes in and like the level 2 actually pops off. But yeah, a level 1 from Freya can actually hit for a million once you're buffed, which is pretty damn good, if I remember correctly, that is. Because when I ult with her, you hit for like 2 mil, close to 3 mil. It's very good damage, and like you can see, it's a very clear as day difference. Like, she hits for 800,000, which is not bad, but as opposed to Goddess team, yeah, it's not even close. This is where Escanor and Meli shined way more. Like, they actually were true to their name in being actual DPS. It's kind of unfortunate I didn't pull as much Meli cards to see in here, because Meli would definitely pop off. Meli in the last phases, level 1s, those single target cards would just go crazy because he hits as much as Escanor as we've seen. And it's just unfortunate that I just did not pull enough. But yeah, I just wanted to play it safe because I can't really like bank on a Freya card. As you can see, like that does nothing. I can't really bank for it, so I take an extra turn just to get the ults up before I finish it off. Make sure I get the kill properly. Like Escanor and Meli, they're decent for this. They work very like cohesively in this team. It works well. It meshes pretty good, but will you be using this team? Probably not. If you want something fun to do, maybe. I think so. That's why I did it. So yeah, all in all, Teamworks is not that much longer than the main run, like than a main Goddess team run, but it is something to do. It is something to use your Meliodas on, something to use your Escanor, and that's saying a lot too. But yeah, that being said, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.
I am wasting all my time.